So viewers, the BJP has stunned all with its victory in the Thiruvananthapuram Corporation. The BJP has taken the reins after 45 years of left rule, a watershed moment in Kerala politics for two reasons. One, it is a constituency where the BJP had fared well in the Lok Sabha elections as well, coming close second. And also, it's a home turf of Congress leader Shashi Tharoor. But here's the interesting bit. When left wins the elections in Kerala, it is seen as the wisdom of the people of the state. When the Congress party wins, it is the will of the people. But when the BJP suddenly sees even a small victory, it becomes a threat, a problem. Either the voters are wrong or the machinery, or there is a threat to secularism. For many, it's not just how democracy works, it's a matter of concern. The pattern is far too familiar now. The left has suffered a setback just months ahead of the assembly elections. Is that the reason why it is rattled? Of the 6 corporations, the left managed to win only 1. But instead of worrying about what went wrong with the left, with his own party, the Chief Minister of the state, Pinarayi Vijayan, says that the NDA gaining an upper hand in the state capital and the influence of communalism during the election campaign are matters of concern for those who believe in secularism. The election result, he says, are a warning that greater vigilance is needed to ensure that people don't fall prey to malicious propaganda and covert strategies of communal forces. The BJP, on one hand, celebrating the watershed moment. On the other hand, the left going on to say that this is victory of communal forces, that now Kerala needs to be vigilant.
Excited, very happy, excited and happy. Happy for Trivandrum, happy for BJP. We have made great inroads. Very, very excited.
Big boost ahead of assembly elections.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Sure, you are going to see that.
So that was Srilekha IPS. She has been elected. She has won from the Shastamangalam ward. So clearly, message is clear that it is a confidence boost for BJP ahead of assembly election.
Joining us on the broadcast, Radhika Khera, national spokesperson of the BJP, Syed Azad Abbas, political analyst, and Wills Matthews, advocate of the Supreme Court. Thank you for joining us. And Mr. Matthews, what is the problem if the BJP wins a corporation? Until now, you say that this is how democracy works. In fact, many have also hailed Kerala as voters being having a lot of wisdom. What changes suddenly if the BJP manages to win a corporation?
The result of the present election is all about the will of the people. And nobody can question it in any terms, especially in the state of Kerala, for the simple reason the majority of the voters are literate. They are fully conscious of the fact that what is happening in the state, what is best for them, and the outcome of the result itself is the example that there is democracy. Democracy is all about the change. The voters keep on changing. When it comes to the Kerala electorate, I can confidently say that in a single election, in Lok Sabha, one political party was elected, but for the legislative assembly, another political party was elected. That means they are very vigilant about whom to vote, and they exercise their right to vote in their own way.
What do you make of the Chief Minister saying that the NDA's victory is a matter of concern? It serves as a warning that greater vigilance is required against propaganda.
When it comes to Honorable Chief Minister of the state of Kerala, as such he is a loser, because in so many constituencies, the political party which he represents lost. And this statement can be an outcome of that. I don't believe this is anyway connected with the secularism.
Okay, so Abbas, is it the left being a sore loser because this was a corporation that was with the left for as many as 45 years, and now the BJP clinches it, so the Chief Minister says that suddenly there is a threat to secularism?
Pratibhaji, I've always believed with great power there's great responsibility and equal accountability. The facts of the matter let us understand that Pinarayi Vijayan, who's been one of the finest chief ministers in the history of Kerala, has been someone who's defined what the left stands for. Not just that. As a matter of fact, let us understand that the Bharatiya Janata Party winning these elections is still far away from winning a good number of seats to form the government in Kerala. They also need to understand that these are corporation elections. Mere inroads does not mean that you have a chance at forming the government in Kerala. There is still a long way to go. They also need to understand that they have only one member of parliament in the whole of Kerala. So therefore, these jubilations or celebrations from the Bharatiya Janata Party today I feel, are quite early in the numbers. Therefore, they also need to work on ground. They need to work for the will of the people of Kerala. They need to win the confidence of the people of Kerala. And like the saying goes, Delhi abhi bahut dur hai. Also, as a matter of fact, let us understand that there have been communal divisive forces. If you look at the front, Pratibha, if you look at the front in Kerala, the fact is the kind of atrocities that are taking place. There is communal disharmony, the kind of attacks which have been taking place.
But you know, you're talking about the attacks that are taking place, political killings in Kerala, but is it also because of this? You have the Chief Minister of the state who is ostracizing some voters because they seem to have voted for the BJP, saying there is a threat to secularism, and it's not the first time.
I don't think
Previously, he said that the purity of Kerala gets affected by the people who vote for the BJP. If this is not ostracization, then what is?
I absolutely do not think so. There is any type of ostracization. The fact that we need to understand, be it Pinarayi Vijayan, be it any leader of the BJP or the Congress, no leader would like to ostracize its voters. They can always challenge, they can always defeat in elections, but not without the will or the support of the voters. I believe Janta Janardhan hai, the people who vote, the mandate is supreme. And I believe the will of the people hails supreme. Also, as a matter of fact, let us understand that the BJP's early celebrations here seems like they've won the state of Kerala, which is far from the truth. Winning
I'll tell you why it feels like a big win for the BJP, because this is a state where the Chief Minister had come on record. Abbas, the Chief Minister had said, vote to the BJP destroys Kerala's purity. That's what he had said. And that's the reason why it's a big victory for the BJP. Radhika Khera, why is the left, you know, on one hand, when the BJP wins anywhere, the Congress party comes out and says it's vote chori. Now in Kerala, you've won. Now the Chief Minister comes out and says it's a big concern for the secular people. Why do you think the opposition is feeling so threatened? On one hand, they say cooperation is not a big victory. On the other hand, they say the secularism of Kerala is in threat.
Sabhi ko Jai Shri Ram. For the first time ever, Bharatiya Janata Party has emerged as a decisive force in a space where it was written off as non-existent. And that is precisely why there is panic, hysteria, and an indie alliance meltdown that we are witnessing, even by the analysts on your show right now. Now, the moment Bharatiya Janata Party strips history, the left and the Congress dust off their most convenient excuses and say, bhai, ye to communal hai. So basically, they come up with the very tired, dishonest label that the Bharatiya Janata Party is communal. Now, if we are communal, we wear that with a very, if standing up for our own dharam, if standing for our Sanskriti is communal, we wear that badge with pride. We are not a corrupt party. We are not a party which is giving failed governance, and we are not a party which has arrogance of power, unlike the left. Now, the Chief Minister says that Kerala must be vigilant. Absolutely, Kerala has become vigilant, which is why we have started winning, which is why we are making inroads. Now, the gentleman speaking before me was saying that Bharatiya Janata Party has only one MP. Yes, sir, we have only one MP. We are the same party which rose from 2 MPs to where we are today, that for 2 consecutive terms, the opposition could not even come up with the leader of opposition ke layak votes. That is the reality and the fact of the Bharatiya Janata Party. We have come from 2 to here today, where we are a force to reckon with, and you cannot defeat us because the people's mandate it was with us. And now that we are making inroads, is obviously going to trouble them. Now, the people of Thiruvananthapuram, which is the capital of Kerala, let me tell you, remind you again, we have started winning with the capital, right at the heart of Kerala. They did not vote for hatred. They voted for accountability, governance, good governance, and an alternate to decades of political entitlement, whether it is the left or the Congress. And their reaction today, Pratibha, is exposing their biggest fear, that A, Kerala is no longer a captive state. 2, that voters are thinking beyond binaries. And 3, that BJP's rise is puncturing their monopoly and their narrative over the power that they were creating, communalism hai, and the BJP is not giving jobs, and the entire narrative that they've been creating. Calling a democratic verdict communal is not vigilance. It is political insecurity which is screaming out loud. Kerala has not been communalized. It is now being democratized.
Okay.
And that is what is truly terrifying the India Alliance. And you've also seen what KC Venugopal has said. When they lose Bihar, oh, vote chori ho gayi. Now that they've done better than their India Alliance partner.
I'd like to respond to this.
We have got fair and square.
Before you respond, I want to ask you, have these excuses really run their course? You know, vote chori. Even today, the Congress party held a rally in the national capital talking about vote chori. And now when you win in Kerala, you say nothing about it. And then, you know, the Congress party stays silent. On the other hand, for left, when they lose, they say secularism is a threat. For these excuses, has it really run its course?
Pratibha, firstly, let me tell you, I come from the beautiful state of Karnataka, and RCB, my team from Bengaluru, won the IPL trophy this year. But let me tell you, winning an IPL trophy does not mean you have won the World Cup. These early jubilations and celebrations of the Bharatiya Janata Party for a mere corporate elections of wards. My God, the celebrations.
But you have to decide, is secularism a threat because the BJP has won, or is it not a big victory? Because if it's a small victory, then how is secularism a threat?
Also to counter the point of the BJP spokesperson here, respected ma'am, with the confidence that you speak of, did not reflect in your 24 national election numbers. 400 par bhi nahi hua, 300 par bhi nahi hua, badi mushkil se 200 par hua, with two of your allies coming to your shoulders. One is Chandrababu Naidu and one is Nitish Kumar. And then this level of arrogance from the BJP, winning a mere corporate elections.
But
the
Abbas,
fact is, Abhi Kerala.
Okay, so you're saying it's just a corporation victory, it's not a big victory. But shouldn't the opposition make up its mind? On one hand, you say it's a very small victory, nothing to celebrate. On the other hand, the chief minister of the state, no less, comes out to say that secularism is in threat in Kerala because of this BJP win.
I will answer that. So, yes, I believe that Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan, who is the Chief Minister of Kerala, is a man of full responsibility and accountability, and he is entitled to his opinion. So are the BJP Chief Ministers, including Prime Minister Modi ji or Home Minister Amit Shah ji. He can make the opinion that he's entitled to as per his beliefs. If you look at the political killings that are happening in Kerala, what is it? Is it a badge of honor to see? Is it a badge of communal harmony? The fact we need to understand, these fights of RSS and PFI and SDPI are absolutely breakers here.
But the law and order is with the left. Kerala. It is with the state government. Radhika Khera, you know, it's a very small victory. Why is the BJP celebrating it as some watershed moment? The Prime Minister also called it a big moment. But you have the Chief Minister on one hand saying that secularism is a threat. Which one is it? Is it a small victory or is it a big victory?
Pratibha ji, every victory for us is a very big victory. We respect the mandate that the people of India at any level that they give us. Maybe the corporation is something very small for the gentleman speaking before me, which is why the people of India have been giving them a rubbing every time. Every time they're getting a reply. Now it started coming here also, the place where they used to say that BJP will never be able to make inroads. And with people like him who are defending the Congress on your channel, sitting as political analysts, they are doing this work more convenient for us by talking like this. Please keep that arrogance intact the same way that Rahul Gandhi has it. We are not a party which loses an election and does not do introspection. We do introspection when our Prime Minister, when my Prime Minister, मेरे देश के प्रधानमंत्री की जब आंखों में आंसू आए थे 2024 के रिजल्ट के बाद, every BJP कार्यकर्ता made it sure that after that one drop of tear should not come into the eyes of Pradhan Mantri Shri Narendra Modi ji, which is why we won Bihar, we won Delhi, we won Haryana. There have been instances of historic victories, and today we have created history with the result that you are seeing in Thiruvananthapuram. Having said that, what does the Congress party do after every loss? They have a meeting. Rahul Gandhi will sit, 6 MLAs will come from Bihar, and he said, पहले बाकियों को तो आने दीजिए. A man who does not even know how many MLAs he's won, and that entire conversation will be about chicken tikka and green chutney. That is how the Congress revives itself. And the Bharatiya Janata Party works on war footing, and we ensure that our Prime Minister is proud of us. And every
Radhika Khera is an insider of the Congress party, knows a thing or two about how the Congress party works.
Yeah. They are, no, don't call her insider of the Congress party. She'll sue you for criminal defamation, like she threatened me on the other channel for calling her a former Congressee. You can't do that, Pratibha. Also, as a matter of fact, let me tell you, the fact of the matter is when you mention of green chutney, when you mention of green chutney and chicken tikka, it's very interesting, ma'am, how you see the Congress party, but it is absolutely okay when Pradhan Mantri Modi ji says the youth of this country should sell pakoras.
Okay, Radhika, very quickly respond.
But that is not
Pratibha,
enough.
I think you should get more respectful people to sit over here than others who lie.
Let's not get personal.
I need to respond to a personal remark that was made on me. Okay. I did not threaten anyone of any defamations, while he was the one who was threatening me on defamations on behalf of Ragini Nayak, who abuses the Prime Minister every day. Having said that, I don't really care who this man is. I don't even know who he is.
Let's not get personal.
Let me come back to this.
I want to bring in Mr. Matthews here. Mr. Matthews, is it a watershed moment? Is it a sign of things to come? Because this victory in Thiruvananthapuram has come just months ahead of the assembly election scheduled in Kerala. Why is it such a big moment, or are political analysts reading too much into it?
Well, there is no certainty in politics, political decisions. At the same time, the views of the voters also. It keep on changing according to the facts and circumstances. Okay. On the date of voting, I have to say like that. So being so, anyway, I cannot say that it's a small victory because we have to look at from the bottom than from the top.
Okay.
For every voter, whoever is elected is a victory for that voter.
Yes.
Then if we analyze the things from the national
whoever wins,
point of view,
it's going to be a victory for the people of Kerala. A lot more to discuss, but we'll have to leave it at that. I'm thanking all the guests for joining us. But a real threat to secularism is not who people vote for, but it is when you refuse to even take the side of the voters and instead start questioning them. That is when secularism, democracy comes under threat. Thank you for joining us on the broadcast.